The demo tower was set up with 4 horizontal stacks, length of 10 meters each. There are 4 different diameters of stacks, namely 200 millimeters, 150 millimeters, 100 millimeters, and DN 90 millimeters. The 200 millimeter stack gradient was arranged in 1:60, while the rest 1:80. Each stack was attached to Geberit Swiss Fix with flushing capacity of 4.5 liters. The test specimens used are in compliance with Euronorm specifications. Geberit drain booster will be installed at 150 millimeters stack to demonstrate the strong peak of flow in the drain line. The first flush commenced on the 150 millimeter stack. 4 specimens were used. And none were able to flush out. With the second flush, the specimens move in the drain line but still unable to flush out. The specimens were still trapped in the drain line after subsequent flushes. The transport of the specimens in the drain line improved with the flushing on the 100 millimeter stack. However, none of the specimens were able to flush out. Even with the second flush, 1 specimen was still trapped in the drain line. Now, you will see a good flushing performance and transport in the smaller diameter of drain line DN 90 millimeters. All specimens were easily flushed out completely with 1 single flush. Good water transportation was clearly observed in the stack. With the second flush, good results were still observed. Let's see how the bigger pipe size of 200 millimeters performs. After subsequent flushing, the flushing results show that larger pipe size does not provide sufficient water to transport the objects in the pipeline. A steeper gradient on a large pipe size may not result in effective flushing. The next test is to demonstrate the effective flushing using a Geberit drain booster on large diameter of the drain line. We are installing the Geberit drain booster to the 150 millimeter stack. The function of the booster is to store the water from the after flush. When water is fully built up in the booster, it will then create a siphon effect and result in a high peak of flow discharge through the pipeline. On the day of the seminar, about 100 invited guests from local government bodies, consultants, institutions and plumbing industries attended the seminar. The Geberit corporate video was previewed to the audience before the seminar commenced. SETSCO Singapore Private Limited welcomed all invited guests and introduced the panel of speakers. Vice President of the Singapore Plumbing Society, Mr. William Tang, highlighted the local practice for the design and installation of the drainage piping system. Head of SETSCO's Mechanical Department, Mr. Dixon Ng, presented the findings of the test conducted on the drainage piping tower. Senior Manager of Geberit Technik AG, Mr. Pierre Eupler, presented the Geberit solution on the WC flushing in United States and Europe market. Geberit's new approach in water saving, which comply with the new European standards, was also discussed. One of the highlights of the seminar is for the participants to witness the flushing performance on the Geberit drainage piping tower. A question and answer session was conducted to welcome enquiries and questions from the audience. An interactive exchange of information and questions took place between the participants and speakers. With the ending of the question and answer session, the water saving seminar was successfully concluded in Singapore.